I would definitely agree with that, yeah.
Okay. Well, I was glad to hear that you're feeling comfortable here.
I wanted to kind of switch gears a little
Sure.
bit and talk about, I was looking at the priorities for over the next 12
Mhm.
months. And could you tell me what your plans are to improve diversity at the university?
Well, it's a it's a complicated issue. I think the university has done a good job in that area, but I think it can do better. And I've been talking with various folks on the campus. I think, to me, the most important thing is that we don't forget about it. The issue of making sure that when we're attracting students or hiring faculty or hiring staff, that this is a priority, that we need to reach out to and try to attract folks who might not normally come here if we just stick with the old ways of doing things. And so I think my job as a chancellor, frankly, is to keep reminding people, and and we'll find various ways to let the community know that this is a priority here, because it's not, it's an important moral issue, but I also think it's important just for a strategic issue too for the campus, because the United States, the majority population is declining and the minority populations are growing, and we need to be a campus that all kinds of people want to come here. So,
Sure.
and we want to make them comfortable when people come here. And there's, so there's all aspects of it, and there's not just one thing, but it's constantly reminding people that this is a priority.
Okay. I have a question for the provost. Could you just tell us a little bit about how the partnerships with Lowell High School, does that help in any respects to improve diversity or
Oh, absolutely. It's not only Lowell High School. We have partnerships with Lawrence in particular.
Okay.
Long-standing ones, both through the School of Education, through the Centre for Family and Work, and through the university in general. And I think the important part of that partnership is recognizing these are multiracial, multi-ethnic schools, as is the city, and I think that's a wonderful thing. It brings such vibrancy and community to us. And that we have, not as the Chancellor said, not only a moral obligation, but a strategic obligation to make sure that we track students from those high schools in there. So the two programs with the Lowell High School and the Lawrence schools brings kids from those schools to the university in a sort of pre-program, pre-university process, which gives them not only the opportunity, I think, to experience what a university would be like, but to make them feel that this is possible for them. Because working class kids, and I spoke of my own background earlier, but a lot of us felt, you come from a modest background, nobody tells you can go on and be a star, nobody tells you can go to university. And to give them the idea that this is an acceptable and normal thing to happen for them is really, I think, important. So that's been very critical. We've also been doing this recently. I was involved the last 2 years in this Laptops for Lowell program, which was the university, along with private and public entities in Lowell, have been funding a laptop to give to a senior who's going to college, not necessarily University of Massachusetts Lowell, but other places too. And if they have a perfect attendance record in their last year, they get a laptop to go with them. And it's been really, and it's almost quadrupled the attendance
Oh, really?
Oh, that's great.
And you asked me earlier about one of the nice moments. A few weeks ago, I gave out at the sort of graduation, I gave a laptop to a young Cambodian woman who almost burst into tears because she's now got a laptop to take to university with her.
Wow.
And those are the kinds of things that every university should be doing, not just ours. I mean, to connect with the schools, to give that opportunity. And that's also about the diversity issue, very much so. These are things about bringing students from diverse backgrounds as much as targeting career fairs for faculty and staff to engage them into the university.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Chancellor McKenzie, Provost
Delighted to
Wooding,
be here.
Connor, Michelle. We've just about run out of time, and actually we have another segment coming on with the student government.
Great.
So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you.
I'm Pastor Rubico, and I'll be hosting this segment of Eye on You with student Mandy Whittier. Mandy is enrolled in our new and exciting TV production class under the direction of Professor Bridget Driscoll. Welcome, Mandy.
Thank you.
And we'll be talking to members of student government. We have Steve Holstrom, the president, Francis Canada, the chair of the governance committee, and James Blatchford, the senator of arts and sciences. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to start with an explanation of the role of student government and why it is important to the university.
Okay, well, student government does a lot of things on campus. I hesitated to say that we just have one role. our primary function, the reason why we were created, I would say, is to govern the student organizations on campus, with the exception of certain larger student groups. Every club on campus who is recognized by SGA is eligible for university funding. So we recognize the clubs, and we also fund those clubs. So obviously we have a very good relationship with those clubs. We try to keep that relationship strong. Also, what we do is we represent the views of the students of the administration. With a university that size, with a campus that big, oftentimes there are issues that come up on campus that the administration needs to be made aware of. And we do that. And fortunately, we have a friendly relationship with the administration, so we can usually iron out most problems pretty quickly.
Thank you. Now, Francis, you're the chair of the governance committee.
That's correct.
Could you tell us what that role is and what inspired you to become involved in the student government? What you thought was important
What
about it?
inspired me in the first place, even before I enrolled to be a student at UMass Lowell, I've always been interested in what things affected, my high school. That's why I joined the student council. When I came to the university, I wanted to wait a couple of years to see how the university operated. And then my friend Jessica Long, who is the chair of the communications committee, said I should run and help me get into the role of student government. Now I'm the chair of the governance committee. And the governance committee serves a function on two different levels. One is internal affairs. When a club wants to get started, a new club, we help them out with the registration, getting them a constitution, reviewing it, passing them. And we also we'll look over club affairs. We kind of govern our own constitution as well. We communicate with the provost and the chancellor. Make sure that they are aware of the students' needs, what is interesting the students. And on the second level, we reach out externally to cities, and state representatives, politicians, make sure that the needs of the students are being met there as well, because they oftentimes would like to hear what's going on at UMass Lowell. So we kind of serve as the intermediate level between state and local politics and the students. So that's kind of our purpose.
Great. In just a minute, Mandy's going to ask a question, but I'd also like to ask James, you're the Senator of Arts and Sciences. Could you tell us the same, like what that involves and what has gotten you to decide to run or to be involved in student government?
Well, I was elected to the position of Senator of Arts and Sciences. There's 6 positions for each college, and I was one of them. And I just represent the students in my college best I can, or the best for them. I actually ran because I was involved in student government in my high school, and my mom always told me that I need to do something with and change things when I didn't like it. So I decided that I'd run for college too, because I thought that what better way to affect things that go on with me than to run for government.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, I think no matter who you ask in student government, we're all going to give you the same answer. We're in it because we care about the university.
And change.
That's right.
Great.
What are some of your goals for the upcoming year in each of your positions?
Well,
as far as what we've done so far this year, on September 11th, we held a 9/11 commemoration beside Leach Hall, and Chief Prey and some of the campus ministry got involved in that. We're also going to be hosting or sponsoring a voter registration drive in the next couple of weeks, October 4th, so students can register to vote and for the November elections. And other things we have going on campus, which actually has to do with the campus environment committee. The committees, we're broken up into different committees. We serve our own different functions, but we get together twice a week to discuss it. Students have been very concerned about parking lately. They're building a parking garage on East Campus, and it might possibly be